So the internet is full of all these websites, all these online gurus, all these social media accounts talking about all the different ways that you can win your ex back. Well, today I'm going to talk about why you should ignore the lot of them. Roll VT. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Andy O'Neill. I'm a life coach who specialises in breakups, breakup recovery and self-esteem. I release videos every single week, so if you're new to the channel or you've not yet subscribed, then please give that button a press. So before we get into this week's video, I just want to say a quick message, right? Putting yourself out online, whether it's YouTube, social media, whatever, can be quite a daunting and scary prospect, right? We know that there can be a lot of negativity out there, a lot of these online trolls who just want to take the mick or just try and bring you down, prove you wrong, whatever. But quite recently, I've had quite a lot of comments and messages that have been really positive, and I just wanted to say thanks, because I can't tell you how much of a difference that makes. When you see someone's commented and you scroll down and you can see that it's a real positive comment, whether it's just really enjoying your videos, keep it up, or whatever, it makes a massive difference. So I just wanted to take a minute to say, if you've left some positive comments or you've messaged me directly, then nice one. Okay, so there's lots of information out online at the moment about how you can win your ex back. Whether it's an online guru who's talking about love spells, or it's a psychologist talking about the dark arts of writing the perfect text message or the perfect letter, or how to write the perfect email that has a psychological trick on your ex and it'll make them want you again. Or whether it's a get your ex back coach who's going to give you the perfect plan of going no contact and doing all these things and eventually it'll get your ex back. That you can often be totally convinced that if you follow this path, you are going to get your ex back. Now, I'm here to tell you that you need to ignore all of them, and I'm going to tell you for why. So let's take your bog standard get your ex back coach, right? A lot of them talk about going no contact first, right? And I support that. Going no contact with your ex is one of the first steps in breakup recovery, so I've got nothing against that. They then talk about putting all the work in on you. Going to the gym, eating right, buying new clothes, getting a new haircut, looking and feeling the best you've ever felt. Again, I can't argue with that. Great advice. However, the next step is, once you've put all that work in on yourself and it's gone however long they suggest, say it's 3 months, then you should recontact your ex and you try and get a meet-up. And when you're on that meet-up, your job is to prove to your ex just how much you've changed, just how much you've grown, and get them to desire you again. There's a massive problem with that. During that whole phase, your one and only goal is to get your ex back. That is all you're doing it for. No other reason than to get your ex back. And that's what the problem is. Okay, so let's say you're at this point straight after the breakup. You're sad, alone, depressed, heartbroken. And you come up with this plan based on what these guys tell you about going no contact for a few months and working on yourself. All right? So you do that. You go to the gym, you eat right, you buy new clothes, you start looking and feeling the best you've ever felt. So here's you at the start. 3 months down the line, you're here, feeling fantastic. At this point, you reinitiate contact with your ex. And it's at this point that your job is now to prove to your ex just how much you've changed. However, what happens if at this point, your ex doesn't want you back? I'll tell you what's going to happen. All of this work you've been doing for the last 3 months will go out the window. You won't consider the progress that you've made. Because what will happen is, psychologically, you'll go back to here. Lost, confused, heartbroken, panicked, sad, lonely. All those feelings you felt at the time of the breakup, you're going to feel again. Why? Because it's going to feel like you've broke up all over again. And you've just wasted those 3 months that you could have used to heal and get over your ex. And that's because that one goal that you had in your head, you failed at. You see, for me, as a breakup coach, my first job is to help you break that emotional connection with your ex, to stop you wanting them back, because that's the only way you're going to grow and move on. Now, some people will say, yeah, but if during them 3 months you're working on yourself and you're going to the gym and you're eating right and you're looking and you're feeling great, how can that be a bad thing? I tell you how it can be a bad thing, because if you're only doing it for your ex's sake, where's the motivation to carry on after your ex says, no, I don't want to get back with you? because you haven't been doing it for you. You've been doing it for them. So if they then reject you again, where's your motivation to carry on? I've seen it time and time again where people have put all that work in and then their ex rejects them and they go back to the start again. And they stop looking after themselves. They go through the whole grief and heartbreak process all over again. And you've wasted 3 months of your life. So this isn't just my opinion. It's what I've actually seen with my clients. Now, I don't want you to waste the next 3 months of your life. The hardest thing to do after a breakup is accept that it's over. And the problem is, if you go on one of these get your ex back plans, you're not accepting it's over. People can tell me till they're blue in the face, but they're still doing positive things with their life. Yeah, but they're doing it for the wrong reasons. You are not accepting that it's over. And the first point you want to get to in breakup recovery is acceptance. Accepting that it's over. You're never going to do that if everything you're doing on a daily basis is designed just to get your ex back. Your goal in going to the gym and looking and feeling good should be for you. It should be to benefit you and nobody else. Giving yourself false hope that you're going to get your ex back is going to prolong your agony. You need to accept it's over as quickly as possible. And that'll still be painful. Once you've accepted it's over, that'll come with its own challenges, its own emotions, and it hurts. But it's still progress. That's why I always say, as a life coach, I'm not here to be your best friend. I'm here to get you results. And that means helping you face some uncomfortable truths and some challenges. And the challenge for you is not to waste the next 3 months of your life in the vain hope that you're somehow going to convince your ex that you're going to win them back. Now, if you're still not convinced, how about looking at it like this? There's a reason that you and your ex split up, right? Whatever that reason may be. I'm not here to put a blame on you. I'm not here to put a blame on them. It could be one of yours. It could be both of yours. It could be neither of yours. But whatever that reason is, it exists. Now, let's say your ex has split up with you because it doesn't feel like you want the same things anymore. You've started to grow apart, right? You then go on this plan. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to work out. You're going to buy new clothes. You're going to get a new hairstyle, all of that stuff. You then meet back up with your ex and everything goes great. And you put on this front about how much you've changed, how much you've grown, all of this stuff. And your ex suddenly thinks, wow, they've grown, they've changed. I think we're compatible now. And they get back with you. You've just sold a lie because you haven't grown. You haven't changed. You've done everything you've done for them, not for you. You see, true growth, true change in a positive way is done for ourselves. It comes from inside us. It's not for external factors. It's just for us. So you haven't changed one bit. You're the exact same person you was when you broke up. So even if you do manage to get back together, the chances are it isn't gonna last because you haven't grown, you haven't changed. You've done it for different reasons, not for true inner reasons like it should be. Now let's get something straight. I'm not sat here saying you should change. I'm not sat here saying you should go through this process of looking inwards and becoming a better person. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is, if you're trying to show your ex that that's what you've done, and you haven't, then you're living a lie. And you're getting back under false pretenses. And that's no good for you, and that's no good for them. Now, there are instances where some people do get back with their ex. But don't you think it'd be better if you and your ex were going to get back together, that it happens naturally? Instead of spending 3 months obsessing over them and trying to pretend you've become this new person and having a relationship based on a lie. Time and time again, I've come across people who've said, been split up for 12 months, I've gone my separate ways, I've healed, I've grown, and I've become happy again. And suddenly they've met their ex again one night while they're out and they've reconnected. And actually it's worked. That's a much more natural way for it to happen than for you to spend the next 3 months with the one goal of getting them back and doing whatever it takes to try and get them. That isn't good, it isn't healthy, and it's not progress. So in summary, I've been talking in this video about how you shouldn't waste the next 3 months trying to win your ex back. So what should you do instead? Well, the first thing you need to do is try and break the emotional connection with your ex. And there's loads of different ways for you to do that, but I'll give you a starting point right now. But before I do, I just want to make you aware, I have got an online course, Breakup to Breakthrough, and it gives you a clear plan on how you can move from in the hope stage, which is where you are right now, hoping you'll get your ex back, all the way through to freedom, where you no longer think about your ex and you're only thinking about yourself. If you're interested in that, hit the link in my description, sign up for my Breakup to Breakthrough online course. But as a starter for 10, this is what I want you to do. So in the comment section, I want you to give one reason as to why your ex was not the one for you. But let me be clear, I don't want this to become a slugfest. I don't want this to be derogatory or really nasty comments. I don't want any of that. I just want a truthful reason as to why your ex was not the one for you. So it might be something big like they wanted children and I don't. Or it could be that, oh, they enjoyed hiking and I can't stand it. Stuff like that, right? The reason for this is your brain at the moment is focusing on only the positives about your ex, about how they're the greatest partner that's ever lived and you'll never meet anyone as good as them ever again. Well, we want to drop a seed of doubt into that philosophy, and it starts with giving yourself a reason as to why maybe, just maybe, they wasn't the one for you. Drop that reason in the comments, right? Let's get your brain thinking about that side of things rather than looking back with this filter and only looking at the good stuff of your relationship. And then I want you to do one thing this week that's just for you. Not for anybody else, just for you. So whether that's going out on a long walk or going to the gym or taking a drive somewhere or visiting a friend or going and doing that thing you've always dreamed of doing or going to cinema, whatever it might be. I want you to do one thing that's just for you, not for anybody else but you. So you've got one reason why your ex wasn't the one for you, and you're taking one action this week that's just for your benefit. This is a much healthier way of doing things for your mind than spending the next 3 months doing all the things you can to try and win them back. You need to start your recovery today. Don't put it on hold and your life on hold for the next few months. It's just not worth it. Now look, before I end the video, I do want to acknowledge that I realise just how difficult it is to get over your ex. I understand exactly how you're feeling because I've been where you are. I know how desperate you feel. I know how much you want to get your ex back. But that's why these guys, these sites, these gurus are preying on your vulnerability by guaranteeing you that you're going to get your ex back. Well, nobody can guarantee that. It's just not possible. Can you get your ex back organically? Yes, but no one can ever guarantee it. All as I can guarantee is that if you focus on trying to get your ex back and then you don't, you're gonna feel back to square one. And I just don't wanna see that happen. So pop in the comments one reason why your ex was not the one for you, and then spend time this week doing one action that's just for your benefit, nobody else's. And if you're really struggling to do all this yourself, don't forget I've got my online course, Break Up to Breakthrough. It's available now if you want it. Links in the description. Right, I'm going to wrap it up there, but before I do, I just want to say another thank you to anybody who's left a positive comment or sent me a positive direct message. I can't tell you the difference that makes, and I really appreciate it. So nice one. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Nice one for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Laters.